Hi everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is. Gardyloo. What an odd word, huh? But what does it mean? Gardyloo is a warning cry. And it's a very specific warning cry. If you do not heed that warning cry, Gardyloo, bad things are going to rain down on you. Okay, now let me set the scene. Imagine that you are living in Edinburgh, Scotland, before indoor plumbing. So that means that in your house, you collect the human waste in chamber pots. And at some point, you got to get rid of the stuff, right? So what do? You dump it out the window, of course. But before you dump it out the window, you have to make sure there's nobody below. You don't want to dump all that human waste on top of somebody's head. So you shout, "Gardyloo, Gardyloo!" Get out of the way. The stuff is coming. Okay, that is actually Gardyloo, and that word is in fact very closely associated with Edinburgh. But why? Where does it come from? It's such an odd word. It comes from French. Gardyloo. Watch out, the water's coming. Why would that be in Scotland? Well, because between around 1300 and the mid-1500s, Scotland and France had a very strong alliance. It was called the Old Alliance. Scotland really needed it because, honestly, England was forever invading. They were so determined to conquer the Scots that the Scots really needed an ally. Now, that lasted until the mid-1500s because at that time Scotland became Protestant and they no longer wanted to be in an alliance with a Catholic country. We know that Gardyloo comes into English during that period. However, it isn't written down. The OED records it as 1719 when it's written down for the first time by Allan Ramsay in his poetry about the city of Edinburgh, where he describes all these things, right? So obviously, Gardyloo is usually categorized as either rare or obsolete. But since I started doing Word of the Day, I have come across several words that were obsolete and have been revived because words come around when we need them, right? When we need something to describe something or explain something. And right now, let's be honest, it's not just the contents of chamber pots that is just raining down on our heads. There's a lot raining down on our heads right now. So I think we should revive this word metaphorically. How about this? I'm only going to give you one sentence, but you'll get it. An old lady etymologist was at a town meeting listening to our old friend Senator Bagawind spouting one lie after another, until finally the old lady etymologist cried out, "Stop! Gardyloo! Gardyloo!" But they were already covered with the slop, I think. Okay, I think we should revive it. Give it a try anyway, right? Or put it in the comments. How's that? In the meantime, if you like things Scottish or you're curious about Scotland, you might want to read a book like this, Waverley by Sir Walter Scott. It's about Bonnie Prince Charlie. It's a novel, of course, but don't buy it from the big boys. Let us support independent booksellers by clicking above or below at bookshop.org/shop/word of the day. And I'll see you later.